Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Tifosi Time, streaming live on Labor Day weekend, 9 p.m. New York time on Twitch and YouTube. Your favorite Serie A podcast. And this is a very special episode. This is going to be the Lazy Man Labor Day episode. We're gonna go for a hot 30 minutes because we're Italian. We're gonna take Labor Day off. And if this is the first time you're checking into the show, where have you been all our lives? Uh, I'm Frank. I'm here with Dan, Chris, and Pietro. Say hello, fellas.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi guys.
So again, in the we're gonna go quick, guys, because for those of you guys that have been following Serie A, there was no actual games this weekend. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk a little bit about the Italian national team, 2 games that they played versus Bulgaria and Switzerland. We're gonna talk about the final couple days of the transfer window that closed after our last show, and then we're gonna make some quick predictions for next week, and that's gonna sum up what'll probably be a little bit shorter show, like we said. So, welcome aboard. Strap in. Get ready. You're going to get a lot of fun in 30 minutes.
So before we start, really quickly, do we want to call out that Dan guaranteed 3 straight wins for Italy?
He did.
Listen, I did call it out. Listen, they clearly are not motivated like they were for the tournament, which no team is, because it's qualifiers instead of the actual tournament. Also, Spinazzola's not playing, so he was the driving force of the team. So I know that's why they are struggling.
Not motivated. No. I believe your exact words were, "Does anyone not expect them to get 9 points out of these 3 games?" I think that was the quote.
Yeah. Well, listen, what is different from their team other than Spinazzola?
It doesn't matter. They should be able to get the result without. And you know me, I love Spinazzola.
They already started to talk. We don't have a forward.
Yeah, if they had a forward could score a goal, they would have easily won both of those games.
We have a Mobile, which is great Pontero.
I mean, it is true that first game they kind of from what I saw, they were kind of dominating the play, and then like what the hell, man? Finish, right?
Yeah. No, they did control the play. They definitely should have won the game, but until they find a number 9 that can be more consistent, it's going to be a problem. But I think it also, to Dan's point, the other issues they had were really their fullbacks, right? Florenzi not having Spinazzola. I mean, it was a problem, and I would have liked to see Locatelli come in towards the end of the game to maybe give him a little extra boost, but. So for those of you guys that did not see the game, they ended up tying Bulgaria 1-1 for the first of the 3 games. So they got 1 point out of that.
I still both the game. We should have won.
Yeah. The first game, Chiesa had a really nice.
Better than both team,
Chiesa. Go ahead.
We should have won both game, and the last one was Switzerland. We missed the penalty, and Berardi probably missed one.
That was bad. I saw that highlight.
Big chance.
Beautiful pass
the time
by Locatelli.
To put in his favorite foot. I was bad. Plus, I don't understand. You see, they say about the penalty that Jorginho missed. They say the goalie, did the great things. Hey, he did great things, all right. But I don't think he was well kicked to the penalty. It's one of the worst that Jorginho did there.
Well, he's had issues with penalties.
Because usually Jorginho kick after you see the goal go one side. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So what happened is the goalie tried to, he pretended to dive one side and he went to the other side. But if you do the penalty like always, he see the goalie. And usually when the goal go one side, he put on the other side. So I don't think it was well kicked, that penalty.
Well, Jorginho even said that goalies are studying him, what he does, and he's got to start studying the goalies. I guess he doesn't care what the goalie does, but he said he's going to start studying what the goalies do because they're studying him.
The problem, even if Immobile is whoever it is, it's not Holland or it's not Ben, you know, another one, great one. I think Italy should have played with the false Norway because they play
What we
good,
talked about during the Euros, right?
Yeah, I mean, during the Euros, they did that at one point. And
that was the change that they made.
If it's Zaniolo got there instead of Immobile, I think they would play better.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you one thing: from the first game that they tied 1-1, the goal that Bulgaria, they got there once and they scored, right? So they beat Florenzi, and then the guy went in, and Acerbi lost his man. Lost his man, right? And that just right there tells me the difference. One play shows you the difference between Chiellini and Acerbi, and why I think Acerbi is overrated. He's okay, but in that one moment, you lost the man. You let him cut in front of you and put the ball in, and it was like, what were you doing? Like, who was he watching? These are the fact of the matter is, I don't buy them not being motivated because you want to make the World Cup again, right? You don't want to go from winning the Euros to not making the World Cup. And now this is 2 points in 2 games. That's a problem. That opens up the group again. And they better find a way to beat Lithuania on Wednesday and walk away with something positive.
We never lost to them.
Does Lithuania beat anyone?
We should say that in these 2 ties, Italy broke the international record for the most games without a loss, 36 in a row, right? Yeah. Previously, they had tied the 35 in a row held by Spain, so they did break the all-time international record of unbeaten. But at the end of the day, I would have liked to see them, like everybody else, get the 6 points and start to put the group away, so we can know they're actually going to be in the World Cup this year.
Yep.
No, yeah, it was a disappointing 2 games. There's no question about it. Like, just
Besides that, all right, I think Mancini has to wake up too, because I don't think he does the right substitution, or you don't see enough who needed to rest, or he's not performing the way he should. Take for example Barella. The rest of 2 games he didn't play that well.
I was surprised with that too. He didn't change the lineups a lot between the 2 games. Like you have 35 people on your roster, and he played a lot of the same people in both games. And I was a little surprised with that, with only 3 days off, 2 days off. That was I figured he'd use more people.
Yeah,
and now, thank God, but Verratti, he left the place. He and Pellegrini with injured.
We went home, yeah.
Otherwise, maybe they would have started again. Varela, Verratti, Jorginho.
And you know what's
technically such consideration who's in form, who's playing better.
Well, you know what's stupid though? It's like one of the changes that he did make was Chiesa not playing. Like, what the hell, man?
Yeah. Can we give a shout out to Chiesa, who was the person who scored the goal versus Bulgaria, and he was again one of the most dangerous people on the field. I didn't agree with the sub. In fact, that first game we took him out around the 70th minute or 60-something minute. Look, let's hope it's just a little bit of a hangover from the Euros and then playing their club games and being a little bit out of form still. But they better wake up, because you don't want to go through 3 games and get two or 3 points.
Listen, they're still in a great position. They're not.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
I'm not worried about.
Well, how do you define great position though?
When they're first in the group.
Now, if you think about
how many points?
The mistake that Florence did, this the whole time that team got in goal, it's the whole time. So it's enough for us to make one mistake, so the other team score.
Yeah, I mean, in that game, it was a fluke that happened. It wasn't
he
like
didn't make
it wasn't
the
coming.
mistake in the area. He sees under 35, 40 yards. He made a mistake. He wasn't close.
Well, he got dribbled in speed, got knocked over, and then Bonucci came out, couldn't stop the cross, and Acerbi didn't cover the guy in the middle.
And you fall asleep for a second when the team's not attacking. The other team's not attacking at all. It's the first time all game. You can fall asleep. So it happens. Like I said, I'm not worried about it. I just hope he tries more combinations and uses more players. and you give.
Well, I think he's got to show faith in players like Locatelli too, right? Like Locatelli's in form. I think he deserves to play with that group. And Barelas hasn't been playing that great. It's like put him in, start him.
In the second game, it was the all one who verticalized the game. He did the two great passes.
Yeah.
Hey, what about the rest? I mean, I have something to say about Verratti. Verratti, the claim is good. To me, he holds the ball more than the usual, more than Sometimes he turn around. He look like he has to show how good he is.
He slows it down.
He slows the game.
Yeah, that's when Verratti to me is off his game, when he starts dribbling around backward, trying to delay, like he's going to try to find something special
the ball,
to do.
They pretended to say to the other people, "You don't move, you don't move." Okay.
I don't understand the obsession with Cristante. Why is he his first midfielder off the bench like all the time?
Yeah, he definitely took that role, huh?
Yeah.
And Cristante, listen, he hasn't played that bad.
Player.
He's not bad.
Yeah, he is.
I'd rather see Locatelli in. Like, come on.
Exactly. Like, I agree with Dan. I think Cristante does his part. He adds like strength to the midfield. He's not horrible, but to be his first guy off the bench every time,
it's like always,
independent of scenario, is a little weird.
Yeah,
because it was like Pessina did it for a little bit, Locatelli did it, and then it's like now.
Why does Kitch, besides Verratti, does the take out to Barella?
Yeah.
I don't know. In the chat, Pon says, "Whose draws were worse, Italy or USA?"
You want to hear a story?
Sure.
When I was young, right? Well, I'm talking about was 12, 13. We had the team, So this coach of ours used to play me in the second half and some other guy in the first half. So one day, the guy that played in the first half, he had the great idea to say, "You know why you play good? Because you come in the second half and other people tie." I said, "All right. From now on, I started the first half. You never play again." You understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I hear you.
So I coach what I take this, I put the other one.
Yeah.
And this has happened.
Yeah.
This has happened with Mazzola Rivera at that time and the 70s. I don't know, you people, you don't know. Mazzola Rivera, they should have played together, both of them. But the coach was doing F1, F the other one.
Yeah.
That's what I say. They don't know nothing, these people.
Sometimes it seems like they don't know nothing, and that's not true. They do know stuff. It's just you question. I mean, that's a thing. We all have our opinions. And,
So I think the question that Pond asked though is true. So it was a pretty bad weekend of games for not only Italy with 2 ties, the U.S. also had 2 ties, and McKinney got kicked off the team. So, and I think this will be the end of.
Home.
Yeah, he got kicked off the team.
Oh.
McKinney, he got.
No, but personally, I think what a coach should do, first of all, he should know his player. You should know well. So he should see if that game is his game or not. Because it could be somebody cannot be in the game. You can see him right away. So when you see something like that, you don't have to be afraid to switch.
Yeah, you can hopefully read the
game. Yeah, no, you gotta
reading
the game is what makes them.
Yeah, but going.
So I think I will make a prediction though. I think McKinney getting sent home because of the COVID protocol from the U.S. team I think that sealed his faith with Juventus. I think they're going to sell him because he's had an issue with
they're talking about McKinney. They tried to Tottenham once.
Yeah, but I think part of that is because he had the party and tour in when he broke protocol.
Yeah, the party,
I don't think they said he's not professional. They said, they said he's not professional, and this is just another. Yeah, he just did it to the national team.
A reputation. Yeah,
he just did it to the national team. Donovan called.
Juventus cannot do that because I remember from Juventus. That was a long time. Maybe people don't know. His name was Marquette. He was a left fullback. He was playing the national team too. He was playing Juventus. I don't know what he did. Juventus made him disappear. The next year he didn't.
Juventus has always done that, right? Like Caceres and people crash their cars, their Lamborghinis, and they send them.
You cannot do whatever you want, or you think you're playing in the USA.
No, yeah, listen, you represent your team, you represent your country. If you're going to act like an ass, then they're not.
It was a
there's
big thing for the USA. Like, it's a big thing for it was big games for the US, and he let his team down. Like they're holding him there like an important player.
Yeah,
and he let the whole country down. So it's like,
how much he make? 3 or 4 million? How much?
No,
I don't know.
Does he even make that much? I don't know.
But for USA to tie those 2 games, that's a bigger loss than Italy.
We love McKenny. We love it too, but he has to be professional.
Grow up for sure.
Otherwise, he does.
We're big fans. We're big fans of McKenny too, but I think this to be proves that he doesn't have the head, and he's going to be gone from Juventus because Allegri already doesn't like him as it is.
He is young. Well, that's
He's young, but dude, how many times can you make a mistake? Like,
I agree.
The same mistake.
It shouldn't happen again. But
I mean,
once is fine. Learn from it.
Who was the last player to make mistakes like that for Juventus? Douglas Costa, right? When he spit, and then Juventus kind of put him to the wayside right after that, right? Like
another one, who left Juventus, they got rid of it. Vidal as a player.
Yeah, he was an ass.
Yeah, Vidal was another one.
In real life, he was an ass.
So then, what's this rumor with Bernardeschi? They're going to cut him loose because he's got legal immigrants.
The problem with Bernardeschi.
Yeah.
He has a good salary, so nobody's going to give him that salary.
So they do it when it's convenient for them. That's my point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean the party that you're talking about last year party, the pond that McKenny had, and there was a bunch of other players.
The entire team was at the party. They're not professional.
But it wasn't the whole team, was it? Wasn't it just?
It was a few.
Dybala went, didn't he? Didn't Dybala go?
Was one of them. Yeah,
and Arthur, of course. Yeah. Brazilians love to party.
He probably told them, like, "Come on, let's go."
Yeah, but that's the first time they saw.
Yeah, but that's our point. Like that first time, it shouldn't happen again. Like
it shouldn't happen again.
Shouldn't happen again.
They keep on doing.
Yeah, I mean, you're going.
And so you say he didn't follow the protocol. He say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had a party or whatever. He had a party.
No, protocol. What is it? Guarantee or what? COVID with the COVID.
The COVID protocol. He had a party. Didn't he have a party? Isn't that what? Yeah, I think.
I don't know.
Listen, I don't know.
He
didn't follow the rules, and there's repercussions to it, and he keeps doing it. So good luck getting a new team to try to buy you. Good luck getting playing time anywhere when you can't follow the rules.
It's a shame too because we're big McKenny fans. Like I wanted to see him do really good on Juventus, but unless he turns it around and really wins people over, they're not going to give him another chance.
He's
got.
They're going to sell him. They started with the 40 million, and now I'm sure with 28, 30 million they sell.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Ronaldo's going to leave. I'm going to tell you this guy is going to leave because he made too much mistake.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I mean, we could talk about the Argentina-Brazil game because that was another weird one from this weekend that they called the game. I think it was in the middle of the game. They stopped
7 minutes into the
7 minutes into the game. They stopped the game, and 4 players from Argentina were told to basically leave the country because they broke protocol from England. 4 players who play in England broke the protocols and had to get deported immediately. So Romero was one of them. There was 3 other ones, and they just suspended the game. They didn't forfeit it. I think they're going to replay it.
Let me ask you something about the protocol, right? Now this national team staff killed their team because now, especially if you think about the game we have in Napoli. Juventus, you look like both the team they play with the reserve.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of.
Now about the protocol, the people that come one day before the game, what protocol they have to use? I mean, a protocol is when you switch from one country to another. What protocol do you have to?
But different countries have different protocols.
Different countries have different protocols. They probably had to stay contained, test and stay contained before the game, and they. Once they test them, they probably weren't.
I'm sure you got to test negative 24 hours before that stuff.
The president of the league, the Italian league, say we have to redo this schedule national team. Oh, you play 3 games.
Oh, it's stupid.
3 is a lot. I never remember it being at 3. I thought it was always 2.
In 2 weeks, and then you have other games. Juventus Saturdays, Juventus Napoli. Come on.
So in chat, Pon's saying it's 14
days
from England to Brazil.
Yeah, so it was
how would
just
that work
stupid
though?
to
So they would have to
even
go
call
what?
those guys.
Yeah, why would they call? Like, what? They weren't going to come in 14 days before the game.
Yeah, that's them not knowing the rules.
Yeah,
Like
that's them not
just
knowing the rules then.
it's just stupid.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
which are the rule? You will get it to one country, you stay 2 3 days to segregate, and then
Again,
They
you go
for
back in another two
Brazil,
3 days segregate.
it
Oh, I
depends on
can't
the
wait.
the
country.
chat they're saying it's 14 days in Brazil that they were supposed to stay before they could.
Which
So
is
How
insane.
they
So I don't
play?
know.
That's
Yeah,
it's just
exactly. They
bad
should have not
planning.
called them.
so the thing is now is they're going to come back and they're not going to be allowed to play. So Juventus is going to have Pellegrini and who's
Well, there was an article that they were saying that like some of the teams were trying to charter flights back for the players to get them back a little early, right? Because if they play Wednesday, right, they're gonna come back like Thursday, Friday night. What are they gonna do? Play Saturday on jet lag?
Today Napoli play a friendly game with
Yeah.
Benevento. They
5-1.
lost 5-1.
Napoli scheduled a friendly this week because of
5-1.
one, they had a bunch of players who probably aren't going to be eligible for the Juventus game, so they got to get some people some time and see what they got. So like it's a huge this whole thing, like this whole weekend for all the teams, they're going to be so depleted, and it's not and it's a shame because there's some good games.
Three player injured.
Yeah.
Plus this.
Plus,
so let's list off the players off the top of our heads real quick, just since we're talking about the game that could potentially miss it because the internationals, right? So from Juventus, what is it? Quadrado, Dybala, Sandro, Danilo,
Bentancur, he's hurt anyway.
Bentancur is injured now.
Yeah.
Bentancur is injured.
Who else? Kyer George, but he's injured anyway, right?
No, he didn't.
He wasn't playing anyway. He didn't play anyway. Who else? Are we missing anybody else?
No, wait. So these people, they're all. You guys know for sure they're definitely not eligible to play.
No.
I don't think it's ineligible. I don't think they're going to get back in time.
Yeah, they get a Friday night. Saturday they should play. Come on.
Yeah. So it's basically they're not going to be ready to play. Not that they're not. Yeah, they might be on the bench or something like that.
You know what? Bentancur got injured with the national team.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, and I know. South America is behind in the qualifying. They had a bunch of stuff.
That's fine. The problem is the national team, they create the problem for
Well, the problem is, I think what they're saying too. It used to be 2 games. Now all of a sudden they put 3 games in the window, which makes it like, and they let them take more players, I guess.
It's very
condensed. But it's crazy when you're flying around and you're trying to, get your. But this is what it is now. Soccer's all about getting as many games in as you can.
Frankie. At this point, I tell you something. I have something to say about the coach, Italian coach. Every game, you do make play all of them. One game make. The second game, the people rest and play the other team, and then the people that play the first game, they have time to recuperate.
You would definitely think you would have some type of turnover.
Yeah, use the turnover, which you get your game into way.
We said that.
And not turnover one guy or 2 guys. Maybe the whole team. So you can keep it on a rumor because you don't touch the ball.
And you don't play for PSG anyway.
Yeah, that's which is another story.
So what's the deal with that? I saw that. So he hasn't played any games for PSG yet. What haven't they played?
I don't know. I refuse to follow PSG. I don't care about them. So I have
hopefully
no idea.
so much.
Hey, did you hear about the PSG? They already, you see, guess has a problem with Milan.
Yeah.
To renew, Juventus have a thought to get it, but already PSG they offer 9 million.
Yeah, PSG is creeping in on Kessie.
They want 8 million.
A lot of Milan fans are getting worried.
I mean, what plays that? The guy that team is getting everybody. Come on.
Yeah, but you know what? Look what's happening. Look, Donnarumma's not even playing. So hopefully you end up having 80s when Milan had 27 champions and everyone was pissed off. They won anyway, but eventually people get mad, right? Because they're like, "What am I going to come and sit here and watch these other guys play?" The thing is, I saw an article that said, "Oh, would Juventus go and try to buy Donnarumma if he didn't play?" Now would be the dumbest thing ever. You could have had him for free. Now what? You're going to give PSG a year later? You're going to give them money? That makes no sense.
And
I'm not gonna say
after he wins the player of the
because
tournament.
PSG, they don't need the money, so they ask you 50 million.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah.
And I think we should go on to the games this weekend because there are actually good games.
There's
a couple
good
of good
games,
games
yeah.
that a lot better than last week. And we can pick and choose and what do we say? Our graphics guy had Labor Day off, so we're using some other site. So
sorry, we let the staff off for Labor's Day.
So here's what we're gonna do. For those who don't know, it's the first time listening. We each pick one game, and then all of us choose. We do our predictions, and then we have a total at the end of the season.
For those of you that want to put money on this, what we recommend you doing is aggregating all our picks and picking the opposite in one big parlay. You'll probably pay off your house in a couple weeks because we've been wrong every time so far.
Do not lose your money on our picks.
Do the opposite, win some money.
Let's run down all of the games, and then we'll each pick one. So on Saturday, there are 3 games on Saturday. You have Empoli, Venezia, Napoli, Juventus, Atalanta, Fiorentina. And then you have Sunday, you have Samp, Inter, Cagliari, Genoa, Torino, Salernitana, with Ribery, by the way. Spezia, Udinese, Milan, Lazio, Roma, Sassuolo, and then Monday you have Bologna, Verona. There's good games, man.
There's a lot of good games this weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. So who wants to go first? Who wants to pick? So I say you pick a score, pick the game, pick the score, and then if you can give a sentence or two of why you're picking, that would be helpful. So who wants to go first?
Really quickly, just a shout out to Sam, who made the move of the year by getting Caputo. Just want to throw that out.
Well, yeah, they did.
They actually got a couple players, didn't they?
Yeah.
At the end of the window?
Yeah. But it's just funny that they bought him. I'll actually go with that game, Samp and Inter.
Samp, Inter. So Samp is home, right?
Yeah, I'm going to say 2-2 tie.
Caputo's corner. Wait, what game are we picking?
He said Samp, Inter, and he picked 2-2 tie.
2-2 tie, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say 2-0 Inter. This is where I always gain points every week on you guys because you guys never pick Inter. So I'll pick Inter.
Go ahead, pick it.
What, Sampdoria?
Or Inter, yeah. What's your prediction? 1-1? He always picks 1-1. All right. What about you, Frank?
I'm going to say 2-1 Sampdoria.
Jesus. Oh, I just gained 2 points on everyone. See, Pond's got it. He knows Inter's they're winning.
What? You don't believe in Damsgaard? Come on.
Yeah. All right, pick another one.
Who wants to pick Dom? Can you make it a little bigger? I can't read it.
Yeah. Why are we make it bigger?
Poorly produced. What the hell?
Nicely produced. For those of you guys not watching, he just that was our picks graphic that just came up after we've already made a pick. Well done.
Oh my God! Did he fall asleep?
Probably.
Massive delay. Go ahead, Frank. Pick one.
Let's see here. All right, Lazio Milan. I'm gonna say 3-1 Lazio.
So, do you have a reason?
Yeah, I just think they're playing better now, and I think they're gonna make a statement in this game.
I think a 2-2.
He just cut you off.
he's like, guess what, buddy? I don't care about your reason. 2-2, son.
That's fine. Go for it.
I'm gonna say 1-1 draw here. These are two really good teams, and I think they're gonna both get a point out of it.
I feel like I should pick tie for this, but I'm gonna say 2-1 Lots.
Okay. I'm going.
You gotta pick Juventus, no?
Well, I know he's gonna pick Juventus, so I won't pick that one.
Okay.
I'm going to pick. Here's a fun one: Atalanta Fiorentina. All right.
That's a good one.
That's a fun one, I think, because it's, I don't have 100% confidence in Atalanta right now. They started, a slow start. They did sign Koopmeiners though, who is supposed to be a very, very good midfielder. We'll see how he does for them, if he can crack their lineup and play. He's not going to play, I don't think, on Saturday, but
he might get in. You never know.
He might, come in. But I'm going to say, you guys are going to laugh, 1-1 draw, just like he always does. I'm going to do 1-1 draw, a tie for this game.
You don't think there'll be more goals in this game?
No, I don't.
I think you're 3-1 Atalanta.
All right.
I'm going to say 2-1 Atalanta.
I'm going to say 3-2 Atalanta.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a close game, actually.
Yeah. And then...
So you have to pick a game. I'm assuming you're picking Napoli-Juventus?
Me?
Who has
Yeah, we're going to pick that
Napoli
game?
Juventus.
No, him.
Yeah, what do you say? What score?
2-1 Juventus.
Ooh, big surprise.
2-1 Juventus.
Right. Do you have a reason or no?
No, I have a reason. 2-1 Juventus.
What's the reason?
We don't have to come out to do those two stupid games.
Yeah, I mean, so they have Napoli. Juventus has Napoli, and then I think Milan next week. So they have to.
Yeah.
They got to do something, right? Like, it's going to be scary if they lose this game.
It's do or
Because
die.
if we lose, we're going to be 8 points behind.
So you're saying like a must-win already?
Yeah.
It's game 3, and we're saying must win for Juventus. You guys are insane.
That's it.
I'm going to say 2-1 Juventus. Locatelli will start, and he will be the difference.
I actually agree with that. If Locatelli doesn't start, I don't think I'm watching the game the rest of the season. Like, I'm boycotting this team. I'm not.
Well, it depends.
He has
It
to
depends.
start.
It depends. Is he going to start if he
If
plays
not get
Wednesday?
injured.
If he plays Wednesday,
that's
is
the
he going to
thing.
start
If
against
he-
Saturday?
If Mancini plays him,
If you can play according to the protocol.
he might be. That's the tricky part. So I say 2-1 Juventus. Chris, you say what? 2-1 Juventus.
I mean, I do, but like, I don't know. Is Bonucci gonna play? Like,
you say 2-1 Juventus. Frank, what do you say?
I'm also going to say 2-1 Juventus. Just hope and pray that the season's not over in the third week.
You guys are insane.
I'm gonna say
Osimhen's still suspended too, though.
Yeah, Osimhen's suspended, right? McKean's gonna score a goal.
We didn't even mention
He's
Kane.
not going to play.
No,
Why is he not playing?
no, he's
Why is
saying
Keane not gonna play? Why?
First of all, it's boy's Kane. He needs a hearing aid.
Yeah, not McKennie. Actually, McKennie might have to play if nobody else is available. If Bentancur's hurt and Locatelli can't play, and
No, they think we're going to play Ramos this week.
Yeah,
oh,
let's
God,
go.
forget it. I take back my
Ramsey
score.
starts,
Yeah, no, but we're going to play as Locatelli.
what about Fajoli?
If he doesn't play Wednesday,
All right, so we have games all weekend and all good ones. So your Saturday is going to be really fun to watch. There's games on Sunday that are fun to watch, and then even Monday while you're at work, if you want to pop on a game, you got something to watch. So next Monday will be really, really interesting, and we'll have a lot to say. Quickly, before we go, I do want to recap a couple of things as far as since the window is finally closed. Kane came to Juventus. Yeah, great, whatever. He's replacing Ronaldo. Can he replace Ronaldo? No. But where do you guys see, based off of we did our predictions before the season started, has any of the moves since we made our predictions, have you guys changing your top 4?
Yeah.
Even though we said we're not allowed to.
we're not allowed
What's a team where
to
you
for
see
the.
going maybe?
I think Juventus. Listen, I think as much as I said I was happy to see Ronaldo leave because we were so dependent on him, at the end of the way he left the last minute without replacing him, I mean, there's no doubt we're not going to be able to make up those 30 goals, Juventus, and just bringing in Keane and I think Juventus.
You never know. You never know. What do we miss more or less?
Yeah, you never know nothing. But
we should have some midfield in there.
So Frank, you picked Juventus to
but we didn't get any midfield.
Yeah.
You picked Juventus to finish second.
I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna. Honestly, they could struggle to make the top 4.
Okay.
So you're
because I don't like what I'm seeing out of Allegri so far either.
Okay.
So you take away because here's the deal: they didn't play well, and Ronaldo saved them a lot of games, right? if you don't
No,
have that now,
I don't think that. I don't
listen,
think that.
that's my opinion.
You
I
know,
don't think he's
what
going
I
to make.
worry
I
about.
think they're going to
You know
screw
what
up.
about? You know what I worry more about?
Your opinion
I worry
sucks.
about the Chesney. That's the all worries for me.
Hey,
Hey.
it's all in the equation there, buddy. We got
producer,
Butterfinger Chesney.
producer,
We got a crappy midfield, and we lost 30 goals.
play the pick.
It's not a
Griffin
great
again.
team.
All right. Does anyone else have any changes from their top or any positions? Like for me, my thinking is forget about Juventus, but like not Napoli, Roma, Lazio. Where are you guys with them two? Like they've been the most two interesting teams. I didn't even have Lazio in my top 6.
Well, I did.
That's got me rethinking. You know the way they're playing, they should at least get top 6.
Well, and let's
Yeah,
not
Roma,
mention Inter that got Correa.
Well,
Guys,
and
let
Inter,
me tell
exactly.
you. Let me tell you something. This championship is going to be interesting. Very interesting.
I hope it's not boring like last year.
No. There is about 6, 7 teams. They're going to, it's hard to play each other.
yeah.
They play each other. So the whole thing is I want Juventus to come out from those two stupid games. If they come out from some game, we're talking about.
We'll see.
Listen,
I think
Juventus is only going to go as far as Locatelli and Chiesa take them, and Dybala. Well, that's a fact. No one else on our team is a
Now
game
I
changer.
understand that we're going to play with 3 defender now.
2 games in the
Great.
season is changing the entire thing.
Yeah.
3 defense.
That's what
Now,
I mean.
if you put a 3 defense, right, and then you put a Quadrado Chiesa one side Quadrado, one side Chiesa, 3-5, 5-2, or 3-5-1-1. Hey,
We'll see. It's got to be
He's
better
playing
than
Ramsey.
what they've been doing.
I will
He's
say I
playing-
like the player. I like the player they got from PSV, the young kid.
yeah,
He's
on
not going to play
sample.
this year,
There you go.
but I think
Well,
what
Hey,
they.
one guy. Hey, guys, one guy were to start to follow, huh? The guy who went to support Holland.
he's always
Yeah.
delayed.
He
We literally just said
Yeah, he's
that.
on
you give it to Sampaoli. You see that
We
guy
just
how good he is.
yeah, we just said that.
He's gonna have a lot of assists
we
to
just said that.
Caputo. Let me tell you.
And he's gonna be the reason in the final if they can't get a deal with Dybala or Kolovalevsky, that they're setting themselves up to try to have some people to have in the background to come in.
Kovalevsky.
I don't know who that guy is.
Listen,
but
do I have to
maybe
learn
that's why
his
he's
name?
so
Right? He
bad.
sucks. When he
Yeah,
starts playing better, I'll learn his name.
He has to earn the right for Frankie to pronounce his name correctly. He hasn't earned that yet.
I used to call him
Anyway,
Special K. So
We're gonna wrap it up for today. It's a shorter episode. Next week will be very, very interesting
Hey,
with all
so
those
you
games.
tired, Daniel. You wrap up all.
I am tired. I want to get out of here. Listen, like, subscribe, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, all your podcast streamable places. Follow, download, leave us comments. We'll interact. We have no lives. And we will see you guys next week.
brought to you by our lovely hosts at Depends.
Good night.
Good night.